With nearly 4.2 million subscribers and 1,500 videos, Just Jules has managed to rake in 2 billion views and achieve a $6 million net worth just within 2 years of opening her YouTube account.
I didn't do that. Oh wait, that. Yeah, I did do that. Have a crush on me? That is sweet, thank you. I don't really know you, so I guess I don't really have a crush on you.
Just Jules is estimated to have made $130,000 a month and nearly $26,000 in the past 7 days, making her not just one of the highest paid children, but also one of the highest paid people in the world. Just Jules started her YouTube channel making cute little videos typical of any teenager her age, and quickly gained a lot of subscribers because of her high energy and good vibes. She rose to fame by spreading happiness and creating feel-good content aimed at high schoolers.
And bring you down and be negative, but I hope that my channel can be the positive light in your life, and I just hope to spread positivity and happiness. Honestly, I made it to help people that are struggling, and I just want to make you guys smile. Also, I wanted to bring you guys along on my life journey.
But the bigger a creator gets, the harder it is to control the kind of audience they attract. And in Just Jules' case, things have started to look a little unsettling. Beneath the surface of all the positivity and feel-good energy, something doesn't add up. And more people are beginning to question the darker side of this dynamic. Massive donations from faceless accounts, unsettling comments under her videos, and the growing social media presence of her much younger siblings who seem to be pushed into the spotlight with little regard for their privacy. These happenings tell a story that is very different from the image that Jules tries so hard to portray. Her parents present themselves as strict, going so far as to ban her from playing Roblox. Yet they have no problem parading her 6-year-old and 2-year-old sisters to an audience of millions of strangers. And then there's YouTube itself, a platform whose weak child protection policies make it far too easy for creeps to fake their age, and for parents to turn their kids into money-making content machines. On top of that, her brief history with art theft lingers in the background, a digital footprint just waiting to resurface. Because on the internet, mistakes don't just disappear. They become ammunition, weapons that will eventually be used when you least expect it. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at the disturbing side of Just Jules' fame, from the suspiciously large donations sent by strange fake accounts to the exploitation of her younger siblings, whose presence on social media appears to be more of a financial strategy than a personal choice. After all, what choice does a 2-year-old have? This video isn't just about one creator. It's about the way social media commodifies childhood, the unsettling realities of family-run influencer businesses, and the sinister patterns that become obvious when positivity is used as a smokescreen for something far more troubling. Because when a brand is built on relentless sunshine, people start to notice when something feels off. And in Just Jules' case, there's plenty to notice. Buckle up, because this is one YouTube rabbit hole you won't soon forget. Let's take a deep dive into the complicated world of Just Jules. Jules was born as Juliet Alana Coley into a relatively privileged household, raised by a father who worked as an airline pilot and a mother who specifically built a career in teaching children with special needs. However, her early education took an unconventional turn. After struggling with reading comprehension in public school, Jules' mother decided to homeschool her, believing she could provide a more tailored learning experience. With a background in special education, she took on the role of Jules' primary instructor, while her father, whom she described as really smart, stepped in to help with math. According to Jules, homeschooling had its perks.
It's like, man, that is so scary. What if you never come back up? You know, it's so scary because teamwork makes the dream work, right? And can you return donations that are made by your fans? I got really sad because I couldn't figure out so I think that's like how I became a YouTuber, kind of.
Hey guys, welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jules and you're watching Just Jules. Today I will be answering 9 of your guys' interesting questions.
So let's get started, but before I start the video, make sure that you like and subscribe.
Without the rigid structure of a traditional classroom, she was free to travel, experiencing different cultures firsthand. She recalled spending a month living in Ireland, another in Hawaii, and cherishing the opportunity to immerse herself in local life. She spent a significant portion of her childhood in Spain, living there for 5 years and visiting regularly during the summers, as her family owned a house there. Her Spanish roots run even deeper through her mother, who was originally from Spain. This heritage, combined with her years spent living there, made Jules feel a strong personal tie to the country. So much so that she eventually competed at the national level in gymnastics while in Spain, adding another layer to her already unique background. Between homeschooling, extensive travel, and her deep ties to Spain, Jules' early life was far from ordinary. But while homeschooling allowed for adventure, it also came with isolation. Unlike most kids her age, she didn't have the built-in social environment of a school. She previously admitted to having very few friends, though she expressed deep gratitude for the small circle she did have. From this unconventional upbringing, Jules would go on to start a YouTube career by posting gymnastics videos and relatable goofy shorts on a YouTube channel called Juliet Coley, presenting an image of boundless energy and positivity. But she didn't really blow up until she altered her content strategy and moved to Just Jules OG. Where she quickly amassed 4.2 million subscribers within 18 months of making the switch. But as her fame grew, so did the scrutiny, and beneath the carefully curated persona, a more complicated story began to emerge. Many people have described her Just Jules account as a bank account, going as far as calling the comments section a donation section. And this is simply because of the ridiculous frequency with which people send her money. Her YouTube earnings have allowed her to pay for college at the age of 15 and live a really comfortable life while at it. But the money is not just frequent, the amounts are also quite large. Under every single video, you can see her fans basically throwing money at her in admiration for doing the most basic stuff. Her shorts are a goldmine because of this, and it's safe to say that she probably earns more from the donations than she does from ad revenue or other YouTube creator earnings. One donation that really rocked the internet was a $500 donation that supposedly came from a kid's account. Many believe this was just a child with no understanding of money that got a hold of his parents' credit card. But there are some who think that something shadier might be going on, like this Redditor who said, "It's called money laundering. Post an account that can receive money, create second account, send dirty money as donation, pay a smaller fee in order to have clean money." Now that might be a stretch, or he might be onto something, who knows? Even then, this phenomenon is bizarre, and rationalizing the amount of money she receives remains nearly impossible. It's definitely not because of the type of content she makes. Accounts like The Manny Show produce similarly lighthearted, relatable content.
But you don't look gay. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me just...
That is high energy, quick cuts, and exaggerated reactions. Yet they don't attract anywhere near the same level of attention or financial support. Obviously, there's gotta be a reason for this. Theories abound regarding Just Jules' massive donations, but one of the more unsettling explanations is that a significant portion of her audience might not be there for the wholesome content. Instead, they're probably grown men hiding behind seemingly innocent children's accounts, using YouTube as a veil to consume her videos in ways that can only be described as disturbing. Because let's be real, children don't have credit cards. Yet Jules seems to receive an absurd number of donations from blank, faceless kids' accounts like this one. It goes to show how easy it is for a predator to open a fake account and use it to spy on little girls. And when you compare Just Jules' meteoric success to other female child YouTubers who found themselves in eerily similar situations, a pattern begins to form. Take Sophie Fergie, for example. Once a child star in the YouTube influencer scene, she built a career on quirky teen content.
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be Prankalicious because it is April Fool's. So I gotta prank someone. Who should I prank? How about I'm gonna be pranking my sister for 24 hours?
But as she grew older, she began revealing how much pressure she was under. She was constantly being marketed, controlled, and exposed to inappropriate audiences. The comment section under her videos were littered with uncomfortable remarks from much older men. Or Piper Raquel, another young YouTuber who skyrocketed to fame with fun, harmless challenges.
Happy, working, feel hard, 7 days a week, no time to sleep, but never stop. Party, server.
That is, until people started noticing just how often she was put in situations that seemed designed to cater to an adult male audience. From suggestive thumbnails to strange interactions with her fans, the underlying creep factor became impossible to ignore. Eventually, her mother was sued for exploiting and endangering the young girls in her content. Then there's Everly Rose, a child star whose entire online presence has been carefully crafted by her family. Everly's channel, controlled by her parents, was built around innocent dancing and lifestyle content, but it quickly became apparent that many of her viewers were not fellow children. Like clockwork, every video would rack up suspicious engagement from faceless accounts, raising serious questions about who was really watching and why. Despite multiple scandals and repeated public outcry, YouTube continues to do the absolute bare minimum when it comes to child protection, and people in subreddits have suggested that the rules are intentionally lax for capitalist reasons. Their policies are flimsy at best, allowing predators to lurk undetected in comment sections and financially support underage creators with little to no oversight. Even when YouTube does take action, like disabling comments on minors' videos, it's always a reactive measure, never a proactive solution. And what's even more disturbing? Parents have caught on. They see the money rolling in from these faceless accounts, and rather than pulling their children away from the platform, they lean in, packaging their kids as content machines from an audience they should be shielding them from. Just Jules isn't the first young girl to make a fortune on YouTube, and she certainly won't be the last. But when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, one thing becomes painfully clear. Success like this doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens because YouTube's broken system allows it. According to a Reddit user, most YouTube channels for kids are by design predatory and sketchy. YouTube won't do a thing. These things happen because predatory audiences continue to thrive unchecked. And it happens because time and time again, parents are willing to turn a blind eye when the money is good enough. But the problem isn't just limited to disturbing donations. It extends to the way audiences interact with child creators themselves. Take Maxwell, for example.
Ready to go inside?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What do you think?
It's so preppy in here.
Is it just as preppy as you imagined?
Yes.
Maxwell is a YouTuber who has appeared in several videos with Jules. Their videos are pretty basic and innocent, but fans enjoy insinuating that there is some sort of romantic relationship between them. For context, Max is a 13-year-old boy operating the channel Maxwell Gamer Plays, where he makes relatable shorts and gamer content for children his age. With nearly 3 million subscribers, he's built a solid audience, but he's also become the subject of constant teasing for always being inside his Cybertruck when making videos.
Tough talk, just not scary to me. That is not your house, that's an Airbnb.
Some even went so far as saying that he lives in a car and doesn't have anywhere else to film. Thank you for saying that. For a second I thought you lived in a car. And this might be the reason he did so many collaborations with Jules to dilute his nerd gamer image. But things might have taken a disturbing turn, with many people pushing a romantic narrative between a 15 and 13-year-old, one which they have repeatedly denied and dismissed. This was a comment under a video where Jules was attempting a handstand. And comments like this one have become more common since she started making videos with Maxwell. The reason for this is quite evident. YouTube is used by good and weird people alike, and younger girls are often at higher risk of being targeted. Even more disturbing is the fact that whenever Max makes a video with his 6-year-old sister, he gets comments like this from fake accounts that are clearly a front for degenerates. "She's simply stunning, always leaving me in awe." Anyone else feeling the same? Even at that, his parents keep linking his 6-year-old sister's YouTube accounts to his profile, encouraging people to follow her and watch her videos. This raises a lot of questions. First of all, why would a 6-year-old girl have a monetizable YouTube account? It seems to be the order of the day for social media parents to try and make a cash cow out of everything, even at the expense of their children. And for Maxwell's parents in particular, this tracks because his account was also open when he was 6 years old. That's 7 years of a minor's unerasable digital footprint. He also has another younger sister who runs a YouTube channel, although this one seems to be just a bit younger than he is. She only opened this account last year and already has amassed 200,000 subscribers. Now, Maxwell's account might be harmless, but what of his sisters? And this question is not rooted in double standards or anything like that. In an ideal world, all of this would probably not matter. But we don't live in an ideal world. The internet is notorious for endangering underage girls due to the amount of degenerates that can access their content and share disturbing sentiments in the comments. And if someone was particularly enterprising, they could dox, stalk, and potentially harm these children. Just Jules certainly shares a lot of information on her channel.
Hola chicos, bienvenidos de nuevo al canal. Soy Jules y estás viendo JustJules. Si aún no estás suscrito, asegúrate de hacerlo. Y hoy estoy mostrando mi cuarto.
And it's considered normal to make this kind of content as a kid. But for some reason, Maxwell's parents don't care about any of that and insist on slapping their little daughters' faces across social media. This behavior is not isolated. Jules' parents are also well known for linking her 3 younger siblings' accounts. For context, Julian is 6 and Giovanna is only 2 years old. How calculated do you have to be to turn your entire household into a YouTube content creation industry without making any exceptions for the baby that can't talk, especially considering that the older kid, Jules, gets a lot of creepy comments that they have to hide? Like this one, "Your face got me mopping the floor." And this one, "You are very mature for your age." And this one, but they go ahead and post recordings of this little child, and just like clockwork, we have comments like this and this. This comment is from one of the videos when he was just 8 months old. In the video, little Giovanna is learning to walk by pushing a little baby walker.
You are my honey bun, sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin.
And her parents are recording the adorable moment with some cute music in the background. This is clearly an intimate moment, the kind of stuff that belongs in the family video diary. So why would a sane person see a video like that and make a comment like this? With 4 active accounts on YouTube, the Coley family has more than enough information online to jeopardize the safety of their kids. Obviously, if someone was determined and twisted enough, they could get up to a lot, but these parents don't seem to be thinking about any of this. They simply don't care because of the donations. Other underage YouTubers have also noticed this terrible pattern of behavior in the comments and have taken the time to call it out, saying that even as a faceless account, they still get comments from creeps.
Weirdest thing ever. It was like, "Let me feed you some seeds. If you're a good bird, you'll be mine," or something really, really weird. And it was creepy. I was like, what the crap did you just type? And it is one of the many reasons why I don't show my face, because oh my gosh, I would lose my mind. If I got a comment like the comment she gets about her chest, if I got that comment, I would lose my mind. It's just, I feel so bad right now.
Not to mention an account like Just Jules where she shows her face. In the comments of this video, you can see a lot of kids agreeing with her and praising her for naming and shaming this behavior. Some even shared their experiences with creeps on the internet, stating that things have become a lot more unsafe in recent times. Comments like, "My sister is a bit younger than Just Jules, and she gets these types of comments on her videos all the time and no one ever brings this up. You're doing so much for younger children on YouTube," could be found under the video. And it's clear that Just Jules is simply one of many accounts that these creeps like to prey on. Starting a channel opens kids up to much harm, not only from predators, but from peers too. One Reddit user said, "A girl at my high school had forgotten about an old YouTube channel she started, and the mean girls got a hold of the channel and showed the whole school. They were super cringe, but she was just a kid being a kid. Unfortunately, in middle and high school, anything and everything is ammo for mean-spirited people." And speaking of ammo, Jules recently found herself at the center of an art theft controversy, with accusations that she plagiarized other people's artwork and attempted to pass it off as her own.
So I'm an artist, and the worst part about being an artist is drawing blindness, where to the average person, this is what my drawing looks like. A pretty neat little drawing that looks like it took some time to make. But then this is how I see it. Because I've been staring at it for so long, all I see is the flaws. Check on your artist friends, we are so frustrated out here.
It's been reported that multiple videos were made on the subject, many of them highly critical of her actions.
So after proving in my last short that Jules steals other people's work without giving credit, then accepts donations, from art theft to taking trans audios for herself.
First of all, her fans are big glazers. They be saying you're so creative. And they give her donations. And apparently she printed out this girl's artwork and traced it. So it made her look like she drew it. And I'm not even joking, she get a lot of money from her fans. And even the creator of the drawing exposed her. If you wanna check her user, it's a Tegan's Life in YouTube. And she apparently in college. Like, are you sure about that? Also, in a live stream, her mom gave her a sticker book thing and whoever donates.
Some came to her defense, arguing that she was just a child and had likely made an innocent mistake, one that didn't warrant serious backlash. However, not everyone agreed with this sentiment. Many dismissed the "she's just a kid" argument, stating that accountability should apply regardless of age.
I think it was a mistake on her part. I don't think she should be canceled for it. I disagree with the argument that she's just a kid because if you do something, you should be held accountable, kid or not.
To them, ignorance is no excuse for consequences. And this isn't the first time a YouTuber has faced backlash over art theft. In 2018, Troom, the infamous DIY craft channel, was caught lifting original designs from independent artists and profiting off them without giving credit. Similarly, in 2020, YouTuber Holly B. Rich was exposed for tracing over existing artwork and selling it as her own, leading to massive public outrage. Even popular art commentary creators like Creepshow Art have been accused of stealing and profiting off others' work, proving that the internet rarely forgives those who take creative shortcuts. At the same time, it's been conceded that the incident was likely an unintentional error. It's very possible that Jules simply didn't know who to credit, or that she had simply forgotten to do so. Even experienced content creators have admitted to making similar attribution errors, despite taking precautions to give credit where it's due. But in Jules' case, the situation carries an additional layer of risk. She's still a child, and everything she does online is building a digital footprint, one that she may not be able to outrun when she gets older. She wouldn't be the first young creator whose childhood mistakes followed them into adulthood. Take Jessie Slaughter, for example, a seemingly ordinary kid who became the face of internet infamy overnight after a series of viral rants led to relentless harassment.
An 11-year-old Marion County girl is now getting police protection. Now, all of this stems from internet posts that have drawn worldwide attention and death threats. News 13's Dave DeMarco is joining us now with the very latest regarding this case of cyberbullying spiraling out of control.
Her youthful ignorance and lack of awareness about internet culture made her an easy target, and the fallout from her digital footprint stayed with her for years. Or consider the curious case of Lil Tay. Once the self-proclaimed youngest flexer of the century, she was paraded around social media, flashing wads of cash and trash-talking for views, only for the world to later learn she was being exploited behind the scenes. Her online persona didn't just vanish when she left the internet. It became a permanent part of her identity, something she had no control over. Then there's the cautionary tale of Daniel Bergoli. better known as Bad Baby.
Are you gonna resist going?
I have to go from here?
I believe so.
Y'all got 5 seconds. These cameras smell in my face before I punch both of y'all in your mouth. I swear to God on everything. Y'all better both get these cameras from my face. I ain't playing with none of y'all right now, bro. I'm about to start swinging on my mama. I'm about to start swinging. I will break your camera, I swear to God. Bro, I'm about to put this water all over your camera. Whoa! Stop! I swear to God, bro, move! Move! Get the out of
What started as a meme-worthy Dr. Phil appearance spiraled into a full-fledged internet career, complete with controversy, exploitation, and a reputation that she will never fully escape, no matter how much she tries to rebrand herself. For Just Jules, the art theft scandal may seem like a minor blip in the grand scheme of things. But in the age of the internet, where everything is archived, analyzed, and weaponized, even the smallest controversy can snowball into something that lingers for years. Jules has made it clear that she has big dreams for her future. She is currently in college studying broadcasting, a fitting choice for someone who has already spent years in front of the camera building a highly successful YouTube empire. She's also expressed interest in film and videography. But that's not all. She's also saving up to attend pilot school, following in the footsteps of her father, who works as an airline pilot. Her ambitions suggest that she sees her online career as a stepping stone rather than a lifelong commitment. While many young influencers fall into the trap of treating YouTube as an indefinite career path, Jules appears to be planning for life beyond viral videos and sponsorship deals. However, the road ahead isn't without obstacles. Jules' early success has given her financial stability that most teenagers could only dream of, but it's also left her with a digital footprint that could follow her well into adulthood. If she continues to pursue broadcasting, her past as a child influencer will always be part of her story, something potential employers, schools, and industry professionals will likely be aware of. The internet doesn't forget, and the controversies, critiques, and speculations surrounding her rise to fame could resurface at any time. At the same time, her financial independence puts her in a unique position. Unlike many child influencers whose earnings are controlled by their parents, Jules has openly discussed her plans to invest in her future, implying that she has some level of control over her wealth. If she manages her finances wisely and avoids the pitfalls that have plagued other young internet stars, she could transition smoothly into a career in broadcasting or aviation without ever needing to rely on YouTube again. But that's a big if. Many child stars, both online and in traditional media, have struggled to navigate life after fame. Some have successfully reinvented themselves, using their platform as a launchpad for new opportunities. Others have faded into obscurity or faced difficulties adjusting to a life without constant attention and validation. The question is, which path will Jules take? If she truly wants to step away from YouTube one day, she'll have to be strategic about her exit. Will she gradually pivot her content to align with her future goals? Or will she simply walk away, hoping to start fresh in a new industry? Only time will tell. But if there's one thing we've learned from the internet, it's that transitioning from child stardom to a normal life is rarely simple. And in Jules' case, all eyes are watching to see what she does next.